Hey, what's up YouTube and Lyft and Uber drivers? It's your friend Adam online with a secret video for you guys. This video is unlisted and it's meant only for the drivers and people who signed up using my link, my code, which is below. If you haven't signed up yet, it's down there. And the reason it's private is because this is some top secret information. It's something, it's a concept, it's an idea I came up with that very, very few people use. And I teach this as part of my Maximize Your Rideshare Profits, or Max RSP, the program, Max RSP, for anyone who paid the money to be in the program or anyone that used my link to get started. When you sign up using my link, you do your bonus rides to get started as a driver. You make money as a bonus, I make money as a bonus, and that's what unlocks this video for you, okay? So here's a top secret tip. I'm telling you guys, 99% of drivers don't do this, or at least before I made this video, most drivers didn't. I take about 5 to 10 rides a day doing market research and doing recruiting because I work with Lyft. And I like to help drivers switch over and sign up with Lyft. So I'm going to show you guys this top secret here. Most people don't even know this exists. They're kind of aware of it, but they don't know how to do it. And if they do know how to do it, some of them are too lazy. So I'm telling you, it's worth the time to take about 5-10 minutes out of your day right now. You're going to spend just a little bit of money on some marketing materials. This money is also a tax deduction for your rideshare business, of course, whether it's Uber or Lyft or both. This works better, this strategy works best if you are a double agent, right? So you drive Lyft and Uber together, or maybe there's even another rideshare company by the time you're watching this, okay? But right now in 2018, it's Uber and Lyft. All right, it has to do with referrals, passenger referrals. Can you see that right there? That is a ride credit, that's a code that I generated on my account, and it's got instructions on the other side. So anyone, with a smartphone and a credit card, a lot of people are turning 18. They don't want to be at mom and dad's house. They want to go to the mall. They want to go to the bowling alley, skating. They want to get out of the house. They want to ride. Taxi's too expensive. But you know what? They have a smartphone and they probably have a credit card by now. If they're 18 or 19, people get those offers in the mail. They want to go have fun. Guess what? You are their angel when you give them a free ride credit. Now, Uber has these and Lyft has these. We're mostly going to focus on Lyft. Because as far as I know, just about everybody takes Uber. Now, there are some places where Uber is still growing and Lyft is still growing. So if you want to do this with Uber as well, go ahead. We're going to focus on how to do it with Lyft and my strategy that pertains to doing it with Lyft. But of course, you can also figure out how to do it with Uber. So now, as a driver, you get a generic code, right? So mine, if you can't see it on the card there, mine says Adam6177. You notice that code is also in the sign up link. Its code also works as a passenger referral or a driver referral. So someone who's signing up to drive or someone who's a passenger, we're going to focus on the passengers. So when I'm at events or parties or I'm driving around, currently live in LA. Let's say I was doing some trips on a Friday night, okay? And I'm down by maybe a club area, right? And there's a line of people waiting to get in the club. Well, I might park my car, even if I have to feed a parking meter, go put a few bucks in the parking meter, because I'm gonna go out and I'll probably have my hat on or have a pink shirt, or I'll have my pink glow stash, right? Or maybe some pink sunglasses, anything to identify myself with the company so that people have some credibility when I smile and I'm going down the line of people waiting to get in the club. Like, hey guys, who's not drinking and driving tonight? Who's taking an Uber home? And like, oh, I'm taking an Uber. Oh, cool. Have you ever tried Lyft, the pink one? No, I haven't tried it yet. Oh, it's your lucky day. Here's a free ride credit. Put this in their hand, do a little like twirly thing or something like that when you give it to them. And they're like, oh, it's like a butterfly. They're trying to catch it, right? So I do this and I'll like make a joke. I'm like, just stick out your hand and you got free money or something like that. Whatever you want to say, because you put this in their hand, they're going to thank you. They're going to put in the code. This one says 777 lucky, right? This is a code I generated. We're going to get into how to generate codes in just a moment on the computer back there. But I also have one that says pink love, right? You can generate up to 30 codes on your Lyft account. This is something Uber doesn't currently do. Uber gives you a code that's really weird, like a bunch of letters and numbers, QR135 or something, and it's not easy to remember, right? And even your Lyft code that you get generically, it's like your name, like Bobby Joe 12345. People aren't going to remember that. So here's the top secret: is you go into your Lyft account. We're going to go into this in just a moment. You can do this on your cell phone actually. If you open your Lyft driver app and you touch your picture on the top left, and then when you touch your picture, You open a menu slides out, go down to dashboard. When you tap dashboard, it goes into the internet. Now open a menu again on the dashboard and go down to passenger referrals. Tap passenger referrals. You can actually generate new codes on your app right through your cell phone, or you can go onto the computer and you can do it as well. I'm going to show you how to print your cards, actually physically print the cards with Vistaprint in just a moment, because that's important. You got to have them printed. If you don't have them printed, you could go on social media if you like. This is another strategy. Maybe you have a mild or a strong social media following. Guess what? This is money. I met a child actor here in LA. He made $20,000 just sharing his code as a passenger. He was a kid. He's not old enough to drive. And he just had his code as a passenger. He was sharing it. He had $20,000 of not income like you would get, but he had $20,000 of free ride credits. He can just take free Uber rides all year long if he wants. So passengers get rewarded, but you, the driver, also get rewarded. So you kind of want to beat everyone to it. If you're in a developing city, developing area, you want to hand these out like crazy at parties, at events. You want to think of clever codes, right? So like Happy 2018 was already taken. So New Year's comes around. Happy 2018, somebody got it already. So I checked to see if Happy 2019 was available. Somebody got that. So I took Happy 2020, right? So when 2020 comes around, that month of December, going up to the 1st of the new year, I'm going to tell people, hey, remember Happy 2020. Tell your friends, put on social media, Happy 2020 gets a free Lyft ride credit. Now, this only works for a new customer, right? So when someone says, oh, I don't want it, I'm already a customer, just tell them, hey, save it for a friend. When you have a friend visiting from out of town, let your friend use the code and you both ride together and get a free ride credit. Also, make sure you say it's a free credit or a ride credit. Don't say it's a free ride, because people will get mad at you if they think it's a free ride and it's their very first time and maybe they take a really long trip. They're only getting maybe 20 bucks off or 15 bucks off the ride, and they just did a $50 trip and now they're on the hook for $35 or $40. They're going to remember you. They're going to say, wow, that guy lied to me. I have a bad experience my very first trip, and now they're not going to want to be a customer. So just make sure you say it's a credit or a free ride credit. Maybe don't even say the word free. Say it's a ride credit. You also, when you generate your codes, you cannot put the word free in your code. You can't have free in the code. So just keep that in mind. But think of something that's popular to you. Maybe you live near a baseball or football stadium and you're a big fan of that team. You could put the team name like Patriots or Eagles or whatever that is. Maybe there's a music venue in your area, and maybe you're in Atlanta, so you can say like Music Fan ATL, right? For Atlanta, Music Fan ATL. That could be your code, and you go to the music venues and hand those out. So people could lose the card. You know, you go to a club or a party, you put this in someone's hand, they might put it in their pocket, their wallet, they might drop it on the floor and it's gone, they lost it. But if they can just remember the code, and it's easy to remember, they'll just punch it in. And sometimes I take the phone out of their hand and say, let me help you. I take the phone out, I download the Lyft driver app, put it in their phone real quick for them, and then I go to the promo tab, right? And then I just enter the code on the promo tab. And then they've got the credit, it's locked in. As soon as they take the ride, I make that referral money, right? So they have to punch in your code and they have to take that ride, that initial ride. Now, let's take a look on the computer here. I'm really sorry if this is backwards, but this is, and it just timed out. There we go. All right, so this is lyft.com/help. That's all it is, lyft.com/help. Go to the Help Center. You're going to type in the word Vistaprint, okay? Because Lyft has a partnership with Vistaprint. And then you'll get this link here saying refer new passengers and get rewarded. Now I can see it is backwards. I'm very sorry about that, but it's be pretty obvious. You just scroll down and you find the words here. This link, it says click on Vistaprint's website. Then it's going to go into this special website partnership with Lyft and Vistaprint, and it's preloaded templates. You don't have to do any design. You just click on what you want. If you do a poster and go put the posters around town, some of these could get a little expensive. So remember to save your receipt on these, because this will be a tax deduction for you as part of your marketing materials for your business, right? And your independence. So you can spend a little money on this. I'm telling you, 10, 20, 30 bucks on some business cards and some marketing materials, and you hand out maybe 100 cards. If only 10 of those people use your code and you made the minimum $5, sometimes it's a $10 bonus for you, $20 bonus, depending on how bad Lyft wants to grow the business in that area. But let's say it's a minimum $5 referral, and you just got 10 people to do it, you made 50 bucks right there. I've done as much as excuse me, I've done as much as $140 in one day just from handing out referrals. And I'm going to let you know the final top secret here with doing this. And Uber's not going to like this, but hey, it's a secret video. It's just between us. So don't share this. Keep it between us. This is only for the drivers that have paid to be in the program. And this is only for the drivers that have signed up using my link, which qualifies you to be in the program. So, top secret trick to sharing these referral codes. Every time, this works for double agents, you have to be Uber and Lyft. So you have the Uber and the Lyft sticker on your window. And you're out driving Uber in your area. Every time you get an Uber passenger in your car, even if they don't feel like talking, even if their headphones are in, they're listening to the music or whatever, ask that passenger. Say, hey, how do you like Uber? Oh, it's great. I take Uber all the time. Okay, cool. Have you ever tried Lyft, the pink one? In my experience, about 50% of the time, that passenger says, no, I've never tried Lyft yet. Okay, I say, it's your lucky day. Guess what? Here's a free Lyft ride credit for you. I happen to be a driver for both, and I'll give you some free money right here. So I put that in their hand. Even if they're like, nah, I don't want it. I'm like, you know what? Just hold on to it. You'll thank me later. It's free money. Most people don't say no to free money. Maybe if it's a rich business person, they don't need any extra money, they'll say no. But 9 times out of 10, they'll take it. So 50% of my passengers, I ask them, have you ever taken a ride with Lyft? 50% say, no, I've never had a Lyft ride. So then out of those 50%, 9 out of 10 take the free credit. And guess what? I just gave them free money. So they give me 5 stars to say thank you. They don't care that I work for both. I'm independent. I can do that. They know I got to work my hustle. I got to pay my bills. So they don't care that I'm giving them a code for the other company. So it's all the same to them. It's just rides. It's price and convenience. If Lyft is cheaper and closer, they'll take a Lyft. If Uber is cheaper and closer, they'll take an Uber. So whatever, you know, how the system fluctuates with the prices, they don't care. But if you give them this Lyft credit, they're going to love you. And you, guess what? You just built up the business with Lyft in that area, so you foster more competition between the two companies. That's really important because you don't want Uber to be a monopoly and then take over, and you know how Uber treats their drivers. You don't want them to be a monopoly. You probably also don't want Lyft to be a monopoly. So you grow the Lyft customer base. Maybe you have some Uber cards too, and you're giving them a Lyft ride. You can ask that Lyft customer, have you ever taken an Uber? Usually they say yes, they already have had Uber because Uber launched before Lyft did. So that doesn't work as well. But sometimes you can hand out Uber credits as well. You have to print your Uber cards. And Uber's website has the information on that. But we're mostly focusing on how you can build this up with Lyft because Lyft is still growing in comparison to Uber. All right, you guys, so that's your top secret. This is my #1 secret, the best kept secret ever. Please do not share this video. This is only for drivers in the program. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below here in the video and I'll try to get back to you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. I have a lot of other videos, tips on doing your taxes with Uber and Lyft, how to handle customers, little hacks on tip attraction strategies, things like that. And the next video in the series is going to be right here for you guys. Okay, so watch the next video. And this is only for people in the Max RSP, Max Your Rideshare Profits program. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.